I think the question is Moore's law really just a hypothetical projection, or is it actually like a physical law of nature?
I think...
And maybe you can prove via theorem.
Gordon always looked at it, as far as I know, as an observation. And it was just about a trend in the industry, and I doubt that he thought it would be extended as long as it was. However, there's another researcher, another player in the game, a fellow named Bob Denard of IBM. And in 1974, he and some of his colleagues published an article, and it related to the advantages of making MOS circuits smaller. And at the time he wrote the article, the typical feature size was about 5 microns. In nanometers, that's 5,000 nanometers. Today, we are running circuits that are in the 10 to 20 nanometer feature size. So we have reduced the size of these circuits enormously. And that's where most of the progress has come from. Now, the spacing of silicon atoms is about 1/5 of a nanometer. And the characteristics of the transistors that we make in that silicon are determined by impurities embedded in the silicon. So there's a question of how much smaller can we go? And I think we're sort of headed toward a wall that we won't be able to go beyond. When we'll hit it, I'm not sure.
David, do you have any comment on that? In particular, not only the spacing between transistors, but also the interconnects. Any comment?
Well,
not a real comment, other than...
Or an observation?
An observation is that April the 17th of this year will be the 50th anniversary of Moore's Law. And there is a meeting at the Computer History Museum on the Friday before that, at which an autobiography of Gordon will be presented, and more discussion of Moore's Law.
Just for your information, there are, go to computerhistory.org, you can sign up for it. There are 2 free sessions. One is in the late morning, the one is in the early afternoon. I've already signed up for both. And Computer History Museum doesn't do infomercials, and I try, when I'm in charge, no infomercials. There will not be an infomercial.
Does Moore's law apply only to silicon-based semiconductors, or what about other materials?
Well, the most obvious, it's not just silicon, it's any semiconductor, but it's also in many other industries. And the closest one to us is disk drives. That was...
We're going to hear about that April 28th
Right.
from Tom Coughlin's panel.
It was improving at a faster rate than silicon for many, many years. It's beginning to run into limitations now because so much is mechanical, and I'm sure my friend Dennis down at the end here will be able to tell us all about that one day.
Thank you very much for your attendance. Again, let's give a big hand. This meeting is now